think they're top of the line.
Fantastic.
It's just amazing.
Truly magical.
Wonderful trip.
You have to do it.
You visit every tomb and every pyramid and every temple.
Wonderful. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
It was worth it.
Beyond words, it really was. It was excellent. I'd advise it to anyone.
We were able to do everything.
I have a bad knee. I got in and out of everywhere that I wanted to.
The sculpture, the hieroglyphs, just the sheer acreage of that is just beyond expectations. I think it's better than any other outfit we've ever gone with.
They took us in places I never thought I would see, in places I didn't know existed. The depth, this place is so much more than I ever thought it was.
Look at the vultures and the stars in the ceiling.
Every day there's something new that just kind of blows your mind.
This house, Carter House, the man who found Tutankhamun tombs.
Favorite moment was on the camel ride. It was kind of right at sunset. The scenery was beautiful. It was the best.
The additional access things that we had were much more interesting and awesome than I expected.
Giza Plateau, early morning, but it's very important because we go inside the tomb of Khufu, the Great Pyramid, and we're around there where no one else is.
And this is because Archaeological Path was able to take for us special permission to have Giza Plateau for ourselves. This room is a miracle. The ceiling is a miracle. So we consider the Great Pyramid is the biggest miracle that the ancient Egyptians ever done. And the greatest miracle about it, that however it's 4,500 years old, you still can get in and it's still in wonderful condition.
Amazing. I felt very spoiled, very special being there all by ourselves.
And the access to a celebrity archaeologist are the defining features of this trip. Being between the paws of the Sphinx with someone as knowledgeable as Dr. Hawass was something remarkable, something special.
You see the Sphinx rise and sits between the two horizons. And this can show the genius of the architect who designed the whole thing at Giza Plateau.
The Sphinx was ours. Nobody was there. It was just an amazing experience. Most people go to visit Giza Plateau, they only can take photos for the Sphinx from far distance. No one can get closer. But with Archaeological Path, they were able to open the closed doors. And then we got down next to the Sphinx and our people were able to touch it. It was kind of magic.
I just looked up at it and just thought, wow, I can't even believe I'm here, you know, right here in front, not off in the distance, putting my zoom lens on, I'm right here. That was pretty cool.
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous.
Unbelievable.
it was better than I thought it was going to be.
And honestly, the visit to Mrs. Sadat's house,
Yes.
I did not expect that to be as wonderful as it was. That was quite something.
What a nice, gracious lady.
The fact that she would have that many of us into her home was very special. It's not something that very many tourists get to do, I would imagine. It was just delightful and a very special moment to see where she lives and who she is.
The experience allowed me to cross paths with actual history by someone who lived it and influenced it. And it was a blessing.
To talk about her husband, who is one of my heroes, because to reach across the way he did for peace, and she said, we're not in a great place right now, but you know, we have to keep trying, and that's all we can do. It was a magic, magic evening.
I knew it was going to be special, but I found it actually quite moving to listen to her speak. She really spoke from the heart. She talked quite a lot about herself and her life and her work and what she had hoped to do and what she has done and about her husband. And it was very moving. That became a highlight for me. I knew it was going to be good, but it became a highlight. So yes. that also was a special feature. This trip offered a lot of special treats, as they call them, you know.
One of the reasons that I chose archaeological paths was that as part of the itinerary, we were able to get into sites that aren't open to the public. Being able to see the tombs of the pyramid builders with Dr. Hawass was so amazing.
Before I made this discovery, all what you see down here and up there were under sand. They used to ride horses above that area.
We were able to see the Temple of Luxor at night.
To have a special permission only for archaeological path people, we came to Luxor Temple when no one was here. Is maybe the best of the best. Inside the Temple of Karnak, there is a small, nice temple for God Khonso. That temple is still closed to public, and we were able to have a special permission to open it only for our group. That was not enough, because we had to meet there an amazing, wonderful Egyptologist, Dr. Mustafa El-Waziri.
What, Dr. Waziri? I loved him.
I did too.
Very, very passionate.
I believe that I found a box, and I believe that this box is one of its kind. Tell me. I'm gonna call you later.
He was so much fun. He was so excited.
I had to open this box, ladies and gentlemen, and it was this lovely surprise. What was it? It was one of its kind. What? Mummified scab. Oh, really? Oh, really? All right. No, then it's one of its kind, ladies and gentlemen, and it was discovered by Mustafa. It's a fear.
And giving credit to the other people that worked with him. He had them there. He helped me find this, he will say, and let these local people take credit for what they did.
1990, this guy, he was 10 years old. He's the son of his late father, who used to work as the chief of the workers here in Karnak, and now he became the chief of the workers. He started running to his father. Dad, come, I want to show you something, Leave me alone, no, I want to show you something. So anyhow, we went together, and then they start cleaning the remains of dust, mud, clay, and it was the surprise. You want to know? Yeah. Okay.
He put on a show for us that was unmatched.
Saying, we're gonna show you the most beautiful colors in the temple. Louder. Okay. Here's the surprise. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look up there.
liked his wry sense of humor as regards the other professional archaeologists around him.
So, who gives a shit?
Okay.
Because it's wonderful. You put on a terrific show.
Thank you.
He's a great guy. I mean, he really is. And honestly, Abu Simbel was much more so than I expected. I mean, it was beautiful.
I knew that it was a place that I wanted to go, but just the majesty of it, and you could just stand back there and look at it from a distance.
Truly remarkable to see in person. You see pictures and it really doesn't give you the feeling for being there. But for me, also a big highlight was Valley of the Kings. How easy it was to get into the tombs and how beautiful they were and how the colors were still there, and it was so well organized. It was lovely, so that was a highlight for me too.
The tomb of Amenhotep II is very much like a piece of papyrus. You will see now, people think it is the most beautiful tomb in the valley. I didn't visit that tomb before I did work for Archaeological Path because it is closed for 20 years. So it's a great privilege to go inside. Take your time and look at it and inhale it because it's just super beautiful.
It's been the best administered trip that I've been on.
There was no worries at all, just wonderful.
Never a moment
Never
of feeling insecure.
Not at all.
If you're worried about safety, don't bother worrying about that. Throw that one aside.
And know that we are 100% safe with this tour group. And I can't say that with any other tour group that we've ever been on. And we've been on a lot.
I believe that Egypt is very safe, even safer than some limits.
And the knowledge of the people that take you here. And it's not just the history, but everything else too, it brings it into the modern age.
Look at the guy on the donkey in a galabeya. That's what he's wearing, the long garment. That's how the Egyptian village looks like. The only difference between these villages and some other villages in Upper Egypt, this is much more modern, believe it or not. The other villages in Upper Egypt, mainly houses from mud brick. Still poor. Look at this guy who's lost. Oh my God, he's blind. Oh my God. Gas bottles. He had natural gas bottles. Oh my God. It was the right job for him. It's crazy.
They talk about the people, the life here now, the way it has developed over time. It's all here.
The Nile flows through all the parts of history and the beauty and the nature and the people. For me, this right here, this instant, has been my favorite part.
It's one of the great learning and discovery experience. People see the modern Egypt. People see the farmers, the green land. People see the villages. And that is why we took a nice motorboat and we were sailing for almost 45 minutes around the beautiful islands of Aswan until we arrived to the village, which we call it the Nubian village. So it's another experience, very different, because you can feel the people, you can feel the Nubians, you can see them, and you can talk with them, and at the same time you can visit a nice school to see how these people live and learn.
5 5 6 قولون.
As an American, I found it extremely different than anything else I've seen. I've traveled a while, but I've not seen anything quite like that. And we learned a little Arabic and Nubian, and it was great fun.
It was wonderful. These people know everything. The tour guide they gave us, Mohammed, fabulous.
An unbelievable guide. I cannot believe how much information he gave us.
On the top he says, Lord Betah gives him all life and power to be like God Ra. He's the king of Upper and Lower Egypt. Uzer Ma'at Ra, Seti bin Ra, the son of the sun, the Lord of the throne, Ramses, our beloved.
He is an amazing person.
The best English-speaking guide all over Egypt.
Oh, Mohammed.
Love him.
Yeah, he's
if I could
great.
put him in my suitcase and take him home, I would.
Fair enough.
Muhammad's amazing.
If I had room for another son, I'd want Muhammad to be my son.
I would too.
You don't have to worry. Everything will be okay.
Oh, he's wonderful. I think we hit the jackpot there. He's very knowledgeable and friendly and show interest in all of the people on the tour that we're on.
Isn't that enough to clap for all the guys? Thanks,
I wish I could spend as many days in a row as he did being happy and relaxed with as many people as we were.
He has so much enthusiasm for this place. It is his heart, it is his passion, and he shares that.
Wonderful.
He's just too happy in the morning.
It was nice having a tour guide and a tour leader.
Tomas, our manager, unbelievable. And he did such a good job that it was seamless.
Thomas is very, 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 very helpful.
He's a traveling MacGyver. Any problem he can figure out and solve and make sure we're all on track.
Couldn't have the tour without him.
He's a fixer. Everything you have, any issue with it all, Johnny on the spot.
Godlike level of organization.
Absolutely.
When you meet Tomas, you will think very efficient, very professional. And then when you meet Tomas later, you go, this is the guy I want to have a beer with every night.
When that guy cuts loose on the dance floor.
I think his pole dancing is my favorite.
Come to Egypt. You will not regret it. It's fabulous.
An archaeological path is the best. Thank you.